Wayne Barnes and JP Doyle are two of England's top referees, and both have been selected to take part in the 2015 Rugby World Cup. We caught up with them in pre-tournament training as they were put through their paces.
We're as fit as we've ever been. We're working as hard as we've ever been, and as one of the two of the old men in the group now, with all the 21, 22-year-olds joining the group, it's getting harder and harder to keep them off our heels.
Yeah, the boys really are starting to get fit, and that's helping us huge amounts in our preparation. We did big group training for the last 3 or 4 days because it's hard on your own. You can train hard, but never as hard as when you're in a group and when you've got a group of fit guys. Everything pushes itself and it kind of snowballs down the hill that way.
Yeah, I think what's also interesting is, so for example, JP was in training with England last week and did the yo-yo test, the equivalent of the bleep test, and was up in the top 10 with the players, and Tom Foley was down with one of the championship clubs, I won't name the club, but was in the top 4 of the players when they did all their fitness sessions. So it just shows how hard the referees are working. We've got to be as fit as a player. During a match, we'll cover about the same distance as a back row or as a number 9. So we've got to get fitter. It's our goal each season just to raise that bar each year. So that's how we're preparing physically.
It's a 50-50 split between the physical and the technical, what we have to do. Almost like coaches would have to do with a Premiership team or Team England. You have to technically look at what's happening at the game all the time. Players are coached to do A and B, but we have to know what that A and B is first and what that's going to look like on the pitch. So it's a constant technical upgrading of what we're doing. You think you have something sorted and the coaches come along with new ideas and you have to immediately upgrade that because it could be the first time you've seen it, and that's where sort of working with England and the coaches there, the high level coaches, really helps us.
Teams know how we're going to referee over the next 3 or 4 months, so we're not going to meet the week before the World Cup and say this is how we're going to referee. The players and the teams and the coaches know, so there's no surprises to anyone. So that's part of that technical and mental preparation leading up to the World Cup.
Both experienced officials with many top flight matches under their belts. How does it feel to be selected to perform on rugby's greatest stage?
To be selected for a World Cup is a pinnacle. It's so special to be part of, and this is my 3rd. And so you just know that you're a part of a special team. Back in 2007, we were one as 12. Chris White and Tony Spreadbury, two Englishmen, were with me. Last time in New Zealand, 2001, myself and Dave Pearson, and this year JP and myself in England. And it's just so special to be part of 1 in 12. And we're going to be the 21st team at the World Cup, and we're already built that team down in Arcachon. You build new friends, you build lasting friendships, and you're part of the 3rd biggest sporting occasion in the world. What can be better than that?
It's very difficult to articulate because I won't know till I finish it and look back like you at 07 and 11 and you go, wow, what a period of my life that was, because this won't last forever. So to go to this, my first, you'd like to be another, but let's concentrate on this one first and see how we go. But amazing.
So as the man who's been there before, does Wayne Barnes have any advice for JP Doyle preparing for his first World Cup?
My advice to people who are refereeing their first Premiership match or their first international is to have a look around and take it all in and remember it, because, wow, it goes so quickly. And you want something just to say, oh, I remember that day when this happened. So that would be my advice to anyone who's doing something new as a referee, is make sure you take the moment. So
you gave me advice for my first Premiership game, Sale Bristol, is before you blow the whistle, look around and go, this is a pretty special environment to be in, and then get going in your game.
And once the final whistle's blown, the referee's performance will be reviewed, including by a room full of their peers.
It's a safe environment, as they say, safe environment, but it's fairly brutal. We'll challenge. Wayne will say to me, look, did you not think if you had gone into this position and dealt with this player in this sort of ways? And it's regular conversations you have. It's not just a case of, well, that game went okay and on we move. We will challenge each other on how we delivered the game, the decisions we made, the movement we did. Everything comes under the microscope. That for the next week, not only is the referee or myself better, but we're getting a cohesiveness with the group that the other guy's more likely to do exactly the same in the same sort of environment as you will. And I think we've seen that with the young referees coming through, the likes of Craig Maxwell Keys and Tom Foley, and you'll see them in the championship, these new referees coming through. They're only 21, 22, 23. And it gives them something to work with.
So having worked together for a number of years, how would JP Doyle describe Wayne Barnes?
I think the one thing about Wayne is very dependable. You know what you're going to get with Wayne. It's very steadfast, very reliable. If you need help, you're in a jam, Wayne's your man. Always been that way. I've known Wayne.
Steadfast. Doesn't that
Steadfast.
mean boring?
Steadfast. No, I think Wayne is a guy we all look to. We all need in the group. We're very happy to have him around. We hope he stays around a lot longer, but he is utterly dependable.
And what about JP, according to Barnes?
Look, he's a bundle of laughs to be around. He's massively competitive. So I try and make sure that we're in different teams when we're training together. But he's also extremely talented at what he's doing, and so it's a great opportunity, and just deserves that he's off to the World Cup. So if I had to describe him in one word, competitive.